Okay, so we're going to go over that same concept. So I'm not moving him externally, but I do want his center to travel through space into the kazushi patterns, either the front inward or back outward, etc. Okay, so I don't ever throw him down under me, unless you wanted to, but that would be a pin. You want to throw an opponent down under you, you better be ready for your ground fighting or your stomping, okay? But in Nage Waza, we should throw them away from us, okay? So like in that one Shiho Nage, I was throwing him away from me, but I stayed up with him, so he ended up under me, and then you went for a pin and a strike, okay? Here we'll do Jodan again. Okay, so you have to pass through the phases. You don't just do Jodan like that. You're not escaping. You're getting his center and you're moving his center, okay? So we want the fight to rotate, boom, so I come this way. Okay? Down he goes. Alright, here is another part where we're going to get to that same thing. So as he stands up, I'm moving that, and then same thing. Don't go here. Keep the same connection. As he stands up, the same Aiki connection that is here on that hand, it now picks up on this hand, and it does the same thing, keeps him going. Boom. Boom. You can see he doesn't land by me. It's not that I'm going here. I'm not trying to armbar him. I resist. I am moving his center from there. Okay? If I try to armbar him and he resists, it's not resist, I can move his center. The same thing as I'm doing here. Same thing I'm doing here. Okay, same thing. Same thing here, same thing here. Just same thing here. You have to be able to feel the center on the inner portion of your arm. Okay? Don't just knock him over. Let's go. Okay, did you notice how your hand, 3 out of 4 reps, your throwing arm, your yang arm, and the technique did not even touch her? Only one time it touched, and only briefly into the throwing arc, and then she's falling. Okay? So here we have the technique. Oh. Okay? And I'm not gonna do that, but I'm not doing it externally either. Some of you were like, up, center up, extend your arm. He's gonna have way more leverage now. Do you see? Don't hurt me again, I can't hold it. Even 2 hands, he has way more leverage now, I can't do it. What I was doing instead is, as he resists, that energy I project out, you see? And then I stayed up with his falling hand. Totally different. Just like Ikiura, okay? It's not that I'm shoving him down, I'm not pulling him from the out to the end. He's gonna resist, I project that forward, but I don't stay still. So I project, and I'm moving myself at a rate and at a space where I can keep projecting. And all my hand is doing is staying up with him. So any projection. You can't project with your fingertips. So he goes to stand up, you can keep projecting. But I can't stay still or my hand will come off. So he goes to stand up, I project, I project, I project, I project, and it's just with fingertips. Same thing here. I'll give it an egregious example. This is very common here or here. Do you see? And I'm pulling him. Okay. He's stronger than me. And his energy is going forward. Alright, energy is going that way. And I'm going to pull. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. Okay? So instead, let's say I'm here, and again you see the fingertips, and his energy is going forward, and each one I just keep projecting. You see? Each little increment. He'll resist again, and I keep projecting. And what I'm doing with my turning is is moving at a rate and at a rotation that my hand stays in place. It's not that I'm using rotational torque. So, for example, let's see, I don't even know if this will work. You come here, and you're going to help him. You're going to help him go that way. You can see, no way, that's not going to work. Okay? So what I'm going to do as he pulls, I just keep grounding. You can feel how much tighter that's getting on your neck. Do you feel that? So talk and you'll see.
A, B, C, D.
Keep pulling.
Yeah.
Okay? Same thing goes, for example, and this is where I wanted to get to. Same thing goes here on the throat, okay? You guys are going around, or you're trying to shove them down, or your uke does it for you. You see? So he comes here, and your uke does it for you. So same thing, as you're going to reach the yin space. So the yang cycle only goes so far on that hand and on that energy going forward. So he's going forward, and I keep moving it off the ground. Now it's done. He's going to get up. I can do it for a little bit. Now it's off again. It's entered its yin phase, okay? And that should be where the second hand kicks in. But now the second hand doesn't do one of those two options. Go around or my uke fall, or shove him down. So, for example, if he does not fall down and he's resisting, well, nothing's going to happen. If he's resisting and he's stronger than me, nothing's going to happen. But if I keep taking his resistance, and I project, you see, he wants to keep falling. And then what is my arm doing? Just staying up so that it can keep projecting. It's not throwing him, okay? Boom. Boom. And you can see his body is unified, doesn't sling, and there's constant connection, but I'm not messing, okay? Try it again. You're not touching her head. So resist. You can see how, so you're trying to pull your right arm, do you see that? But the right arm's already entered its yin phase. Do you understand? There's no more there. Here's where the left arm yang phase is supposed to begin, but she's resisting, and there's no way, because you weren't doing it the other way. You were having her fall for you. So she's resisting, and you're trying to go around it, do you see? You're trying to do an external non-contestation. She's trying to go around the leverage point. And of course, my uke has only been asked to be strong, hasn't been asked to try to get up, try to turn in. Do you understand? You know, now you're trying to push the obvious material of her chest and upper torso. Did you feel that?
Right.
Now we're going around everything. Okay. All right, here we are. Got it? And resist. You can see there's nothing more on that. There's nothing more on my fingers. You see that?
Hi.
Okay, so we're here at this arm. So you're going to resist. Well, pay attention to what your body's doing, okay?
Hi.
Keep resisting. What do you feel? Yeah, first of all, you're scared as hell. I'm not going to throw you. I just want you to feel your body, okay?
Hi.
You keep resisting. Keep more. There you go. Yes.
Hi.
Okay. We're here. Sure, if you want to be that high. Because normally you're here, but it doesn't matter. Okay? So you're trying to be strong. That's it. And I just keep projecting to the ground, projecting to the ground, projecting to the ground, projecting to the ground, projecting to the ground. Okay, now, instead of letting you fall out, where you'll see, I want to point it out to you. Resist. Boom. There's the projection. Instead of here, you're falling. You see that? I use that falling energy to keep it going this way. You see that difference? So I'm not going to let you fall out free. Your energy I keep using to get it to go this way. Okay? All right, try it again. Okay, so on the initial prescribed energy print, that Uke has energy linear going in the opposite direction that I was going. Okay, so I would be over here. So it's coming towards me, okay? And on the first Kazushi, it's the fact that that energy keeps going that way, that when I create a turn, this energy is still going that way, still going that way, still going that way through the incremental rotation. That's what allows him to stick to my curvature. That's why I don't have to pull his collar or anything weird like that. Okay, so I'll show you what that means. This is why in that one example, when Tristan pulled Ronan further that way, it generated more pressure at your neck. Remember? And I said, look, listen to your voice. Because my fingers are digging into you, which they can't if I'm just on the side. But because I'm turning, and you're pulling against the centripetal, you're actually generating the centripetal energy in an equal and opposite way. Okay? So as his energy is going that way, and if I take his that energy that's going that way, and I just am incrementally, he keeps going that way, incrementally you feel the pressure on your neck. You see that? If I stop it and pull it back, it's not possible. If I try to shove it really fast past its value, it will lose it. I do it at a rate that is utilizing the energy that's going that way. So he's going that way and I can keep pulling it. You see? You see? You feel that? Okay. How you do that energy though? Because you're gonna want to just pull his tab, okay? How you do that energy is that energy that I feel on my fingertips. I am rotating it, but every single pull that he does, I ground. It's grounding. It's grounding, 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 grounding. It's not that I'm going like this. You won't get it that way, okay? It's the same thing. He's here, okay? And I ground to project. You can do it. He'll pull, and I'll ground off the front foot, boom, and you can project, okay? Same exact. That is the first Kazushi. As you pass into the yin phase of that kazushi, he's going to stand up per prescription in the form, okay? He's going to try to stand up. All right, so as he stands up, that's where I make another one of those curves. And it's his desire to stand up that I keep projecting back down to the ground, and that creates that Aiki adhesion where I again don't have to pull him. He's stuck to me, and he is moving from projection to projection to projection. So we got the first one. We'll just get there. Okay. This one here. So here's his energy standing up. Do you see? And that energy standing up, I make a curve on that same energy. As he's going up, I keep this curve here. Okay? But it's not that I'm moving my arm externally. He stands up and it projects. Do you see? He stands up, it projects. He stand up a little there, bump, and it projects. That's what creates the Aiki adhesion. So he goes, whoa, and I keep this to here. You see? So it was your energy to the contrary that I curved and now used to generate the adhesion or friction at my touch point. Okay? Then that kazushi is going to pass into its yin phase, and the other arm enters into its yang phase, okay? And that person is resisting. So they have an energy that's going this way. On the other ones, I had a kind of inward orientation to my Aiki adhesion. And this one's going to be an outward orientation, okay? Because my curve is now going this way, okay? And their energy's going into it. So every time they project, they get stuck on my inner arm. I take that energy, I ground it, and that's what moves it incrementally through the throw. So here we are. This is why I don't have to pull him. I don't need to crank this. This arm's done. This arm is now it, okay? So this arm has the adhesion. This does the adhesion. I'm not knocking him down. His mass has energy, and that energy I ground, which gets amplified on the person that is resisting. So he resists. Well, that makes more energy that I can boom. See his arm? He's using that arm. You can do it. It doesn't matter. He's using that arm to base. Okay, so push, and I use that arm, and I project the arm out. You see that? All right. So we're here. But now you can feel that it's starting to go off. There's a little bit, do you see? But it's starting to go off. Do you feel that? Okay. And eventually, why is it going off? Is because you're starting to fall. You're no longer offering that resistance to this curve. You're starting to fall out of it. So as we get further up this increment, gravity is starting to generate another energy where you start to fall this way. You start to fall down towards the ground. Okay? Well, I can use that energy to pass through a yang phase into a yin phase, and now it can still do the same thing as it's pushing here. You get about an inch or two more projection, but again, in combat, inches are miles, okay? So, I want you'll feel, I'll try to tell you when to feel, okay? So, your energy's going that way, that's that friction point, energy's coming up, that's that friction point, you feel the pulls on your finger? Okay, then here is that, you feel that? Okay, now as you start to fall out of it, you see how it went off. But I can use this downward energy to keep the same friction going. Feel that? And what we tend to do is the guy's falling, and then we let him fall. But if you were to do an inward spiral, like in Aikido, here, so Irimi Nage is the same thing. It doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop here. Keeps going. And you watch his head. You can see his head. That's probably where it's visible. Okay? So here, it's in the center. You watch his head. I'll exaggerate it. That little jerking back in at the end. Okay? Kind of like in the days you had Harlem Globetrotters, and they're passing that ball back and forth. Okay? All the way the length of their arm. All right. Try it again. Okay. So if you pay attention, your weight went back on the throat and your center went up. Okay? This is the external. This is the external yield to take energy off, right? And then the up to push them away. Okay? If I was doing it internally, I would sink down and I wouldn't have to take energy off because the energy's passing in between me. So to get you on the same page, or those who didn't see it, coming around, boom. There's a lot of you see? And you're gonna go around it, you see, the yield right there, and then into it. It's good to know, but you want to try to gain the internal aspect, okay? So, as we already saw, for example, you guys have seen, both of my sons now lift way more than me, okay? So if I have one person, even if I don't give him his bracing angle, you see, last time he used his bracing angle, I don't give him any bracing angle, he resists, I cannot do it, and if I do that yin, that external yin yield, it creates a weakness here that, now he's got me, you see. So, I have to, just like the Shiho Nage, I have to take his resistance and keep bouncing it through me. It has to pass through me, in which case I can't go up, okay? And in which case I can't do a yield, okay? So, just so you can say, so be strong, don't let me throw you, There's no way my arm is not strong enough, okay? But again, if you take the same, he pushes, right? And I take that energy, I release it down, and I project it out. You see, I'm projecting it out, projecting it out, projecting it out. If you add his energy to it, you see, same thing. There's no way I'm strong enough, but I can keep projecting that energy. When the guy's standing, it's even tougher because he has so much of his leg strength. Do you see? It's like, oh, God, no. Okay? And I want to know how to connect his center because I don't want my throw to come from a pulling. There's no pulling. You can't pull people. I want it to come from moving his center around itself. Okay? So if he resists and I try to pull, no. And I try to shove, right? He'll move his feet, no. But if he resists, I can turn him. doing the same thing that we drew on the board. So I use the same thing. I'm going to spin his center around by grounding it. Here we are. Okay? I have his energy, and I'm going to make it go on a circle. Oh, he's strong, strong. He's not going to bend for me, but I can spin it. Boom. Here, hop. Every resistance, every strength he does, I ground to spin him. Okay? So, if we're doing Suwari Waza, don't milk that his quads have been taken out of it. Okay? Try to do what we're doing. Throw the whole body, the whole center. Yes, come on, whole body. There you go. You got satisfied by the throw, you let her out the bottom.
Right.
Keep projecting her away from you into the throw. That's what you need for Tachi Waza.
Right.
Spin her whole body. Whole body, better. Lengthen the second Aiki adhesion.
Right.
This one, lengthen it. Yes, whole body. There you go.